Hello guys, welcome back to Victory Design. Today I'm thrilled to have you all in today's class as we are going to embark on an exciting journey to the world of JavaScript data types. Whether you are aiming to build a dynamic website or you want to just develop an application or simply explore the realm of programming, understanding data types is very fundamental in doing all this because this knowledge will empower you to write effective and efficient code. So guys, let us dive in. Now, actually, what is data type, right? Or rather, what is data in JavaScript? Data is a collection of facts and statistics that can be analyzed or used for reference. In our everyday lives, guys, data manifests in various forms. It could be either the grade you received on your tests or exams, it could be the conversations you have with your friends, or even the choices you make about what to watch online, about what to eat, about what to do, and thereabouts. So in the realm of programming, data plays a crucial role because it helps us understand and manipulate information effectively, thereby allowing us to create meaningful applications and systems. So in JavaScript, guys, data types are the building blocks of our code. They help us categorize and organize our information, dictate how our programs will function, and determine what operations can be performed on that data. So today, guys, we are going to explore various data types in JavaScript. I'm going to explore them in details and learn how to use them effectively. Going forward, we have different basic data types in JavaScript which we need to familiarize our types with, of which number one, guys, is string. As you can see here, the first data type you need to know is a string. Now, a string is a sequence of characters used to represent text. It's a sequence of characters used to represent text. Now, strings are enclosed in single quotes, double quotes, or backticks. Now, let me show you what that means. Going to our code, let me show you what single quotes actually means. Now, single quote is this, guys. That's just single apostrophe at the top of your code. I can see I made use of here. Now that is a single quote. Then a double quote is a double of this, which is this. Now that is a double quote. All right. Then a backtick, a backtick, and a backtick is this. Sorry. Now that is a backtick. So you can either you have single backtick or you have double backtick, which is like a double of this. All right. Strings can include letters, numbers, and symbols. So if we have to have a string, we put a string inside of what? Either a double quote or a single quote or a backtick. All right. So now to form a string, all you have to do is have your quote first of all, then put in anything you want to write. Either you want to put letters, whether you want to put numbers, whether you want to put symbols or whatsoever, and even space itself, you can put it. Now, what do I mean? So to create a string, open your quotes, either double or single quote, and write anything you want to write. If you want to write a number, you can just write 40. Now, this is a string. The fact that that particular thing, whether it's a number or it is a letter or it is a symbol or a word, as far as it is inside a quote, be it single quote, double quote, or a backtick, it is called a string. All right. So this is an example of a string, guys. This is a string. You can see here. So if we also do this, put into a double quote, for example, and say put 40, is a string. If we say, okay, let's write a word boy, this is a string. Or let's write something else, girl, this is a string. Or let's write something else. Let's say I am happy. This is a string. All right. So just the difference is that this is a number string. This guy is a number string. This is a word string, right? This is a phrase string, but they are all strings. You can even put symbols inside of a string. You can put symbols inside of a string. All right. You can even say, let's put percentage. That is a string. All right. You can even put spaces. Let's say just put space. This is a string, guys. So these are examples of what strings are, and of which a string is a data type. All right. Then going forward, we have numbers. Number two type of data type we have is number. The number data type encompasses both integers, that is whole numbers, and floating point numbers, that is decimals. Now, for example, let me just give you an example to make you understand what I'm talking about. So let's just go to our browser and let's delete everything on our console. Let's call console history. Let's clear the console. Good. Now let's say age. Let age is equal to, say, 30, for example. Now 30 is an integer. Do you get? 30 is an integer. Now number, this number as well is a number data type, of which we put a number data type into our JavaScript console. Alright. So JavaScript also has special numeric values such as infinity, man, which is not a number, which indicates various mathematical outcomes. So this number you can see, at least 30, be it 30, 40, whatever number you can come up with, it is a data type. Alright. Going forward, we also have what we call the boolean, right? We have the boolean. Now a boolean is logical entity and can have only two values, which is either true or false. So boolean is a logical entity that can have just two values, either true or false. Just like when you have sometimes when you're having going through some tests or what, or probably even filling out some forms online, you see that they ask you, are you either a male or a female? You cannot choose, you can't choose both male and female. You can choose just one option. Either you are a male or a female. I'm just giving a practical example. So a boolean is actually a logical or a logical value that makes you choose either one, either it is true or it is false. It only makes use of either true or false only. Alright. So that will make use of it in our code. Let's just practicalize that. Go into our code. We'll say let is active, for example, is equal to true. Now this is an example of a boolean, right? It's saying that is that particular thing active is equal to true, means that true, this thing is active. All right. So a boolean actually represents either true or false. It represents either true or false. Then going forward, the fourth kind of data we have is an object. Is an object. And now an object is a complex data structure that allows you to store collections of key value pairs. They represent real world entities by grouping related data together. That means they group things together. It's a collection of different things that you have together, a collection of different things. Now, what do I mean? Let me just come here and practicalize that. What do I mean? So let me just say, for example, let's now if you go online to fill any particular form, right? Those forms you have filled, the data is sent to the owner of the website, right? So let's say now you are a user. So the user profile now, let's say user profile. So let's say user profile is equal to then let's say the name of the user, right? The name of the user is let's say John, for example. John, right? And the name of the user is John. Alright. Then that's comma. Then the user's age is let's say 20 years, 20, because it's a number, so you don't have to put it inside a quote. 20. Then let me ask, if is the user active, like is the user an active user, which is active, is the person that's currently in the platform is active, right? So let's say true, the user is active, true. And then let's say what is the user's hobbies, right? So let's say the user loves reading. So let's just say reading, and the user loves say dancing. Okay, let's say dancing as well. All right, good. So let's just close our quotation here. Just close it here. Now, guys, as you can see, now first of all, remember we're talking about objects, right? Now, I said that an object is a complex data structure that allows you to store collection of key value pairs, of which it can represent real world entities by grouping related data together. So everything you are seeing here, all from the name down to the hobbies, this is what we call an object. All right. This is an example of what an object means, because through this, just making use of comma, 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 which you can see here, you are able to group different data, of which the name is a data, of which the name is a data, of which the age is a data, right? Of which is active is a data. Remember, guys, that this name here is a string data because of this double quotation you can see here. Then this age is a number data, right? Then this is active is a boolean data, if you remember. Then this hobbies is what I've not discussed. This is an array, right? Of which I will discuss if in a further class, right? But this is a collection of different data: a string data, which is this, a number data, and a boolean data, right? And a boolean data. So with an object, you can combine the different types of data together and save them. So that is what an object does. All right, that is what an object does. So going forward, we also have different more types of data. We have a whole lot. We also have the undefined data, which indicates that a variable has not been declared. Let me just come here and show you guys what I'm talking about. We have undefined in the sense that, let's say for example, of which I'm going to discuss more about this in the future, but for now, just to give a practical example, let's say let name. Normally we're supposed to say let name, right, is equal to, let's say we give the name to be, let's say Sam, for example, and then we'll be like console.log, console.log, console.log. We then put the name there, which means that it should print out whatever is written there as name. Okay, the reason why it is, okay, let me just change something else. Let's say name of boy, So console.log name of boy. So it's going to print out whatsoever is here. Remember, I said let name of boy is equal to Sam. So console.log name of boy. So the answer that is going to give us is Sam, right? That's because it is defined. The name, this particular variable, name of boy, has been defined to be what, Sam. But imagine us taking this off. Just take this off, right? Take this whole thing off. And then we press enter. It's going to give us undefined. Why? Because this name of boy has not been defined. Now let's just put this into our console and display it. So you get what I'm trying to say. Let's just come here and do that. Now let us come here and do that. Now as you can see, guys, let name of boy is this. Okay, let me just change this to is equal to Sam. And then now this, you guys, it gave us Sam. Why? Because we defined that name of boy should be equal to Sam. So we are, since we are deriving this particular name of boy, this variable name of boy, it's going to give us Sam. But if we are to remove the Sam, that means this name of boy is no more defined, and we'll press enter to give us undefined. Now this undefined is also a type of data, all right, that indicates that a variable has been declared but has not yet been assigned a value. So yes, you have declared this particular variable name of boy, but you have not assigned a value, of which the value can be Sam or whatsoever. It can be a string, can be a number, can be a boolean or whatsoever. It has not been declared. That is why it gave us undefined. So we also have null, of which null is an intentional absence of any value. All right. So it's just like you explicitly removing a variable. Let's say, for example, I say let the user, right? Let the user is equal to null. What does it give us? Undefined. Now that's because the null is an intentional absence of any value. In the sense that when there's no value there, it's going to give us null. So if I'm to remove it, let me just say let user, right, is equal to, I press enter. It's supposed to give us null as well, right? So it is an absence of any value. Then going forward, we also have symbols. We have symbol is also that type of data, of which a symbol is a unique and immutable identifier that can be used as a key for object properties. Now, symbols are often used when you want to create properties that won't collide with properties from other code. They are used to create properties that won't collide with properties from other code. All right. So, guys, understanding this all now, we have 8 types of data, right? We have 8 types, of which number one is the string. Number two, the number. Number three, we have the big int, which is like a data type that actually has different integers of number. We have the boolean, we have undefined, null, symbol, object, and thereabout. Now, understanding all these data types will help you manage information in your programs efficiently and allow you to create the appropriate type base that you need in your code. Now, good, let's dive deep into the number data types, guys. Let's focus on the number data types since it is one of the most commonly used types in programming. So, now defining a number in JavaScript is very straightforward. It is extremely straightforward. All you can do is just to simply type in a number into your console. Now, guys, we are currently on our console. And how do you type a number into a console? Just type in 3, press 3 to give you back 3. Now, when you enter this into the console, it returns 3. Easy, right? Exactly. Now, you can also perform arithmetic operations on your console, of which, what do I mean? You performing calculations, just like you would do when you're making use of a calculator, right? Now, first thing you do is that we have addition. Now, if you are making use of a calculator, you have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and thereabout. Now, almost everything you can do on your calculator, you can also do it here on your console. Now, let's start with addition. Let's say you want to add two numbers together. Say 3 plus 3. Press enter to give you 6. Do you see? That's because it has multiplied. It has added 3 plus 3. That is a very simple way of performing arithmetic operation. Or you can do subtraction. Let's say 5 minus 2. Press enter to give you 3. All right. Now that subtracts one number from another. Then you can do multiplication. 5 say 5 times 3. Press enter to give you 15, right? And that is a multiplication. This can multiply two numbers together. Then you have division as well. You can divide. So let's just say you want to divide say 8 divided by 2. What does it give you? It gives us 4. So you can perform different types of arithmetic operation on your console. All right. You can even perform complex calculations. E.g., you can even make use of decimals, in the sense that let's say we want to say 3 plus say 2.1. You see, it returns 5.1. Okay, so guys, this is how you can actually perform different arithmetic operations on your console. Now let's talk about comparing numbers, guys. Let's talk about comparing numbers. Now just in like in mathematics or math class, you can compare two numbers to see if one is greater than the other one, or if one is less than the other, or if one is equal to the other, right? So some common comparison we can actually do on our console is we can do greater than, we can do less than, we can do greater than or equal to, we can do less than or equal to, and a whole lot more. We can do a whole lot, guys. A whole lot types of comparison. Alright? We can do a whole lot. So guys, you can do a whole lot of type of comparison when you are when you are making use of your console. So let's just particularize a few of them. Let's particularize a few. Now the first one we have is greater than. Now which is this? Let me just show you guys. This is this. Now this particular thing you are saying, the greater than, checks if the left number or the left digit is greater than the one at the right. So if say we say for example, is 5 greater than 2? This is what it said. It said true. It said true. Are you seeing it, guys? It said true. That truly 5 is greater than 2, right? Or let's say we say is 5 greater than 10, to give us false, because obviously 5 is less than 10 and it is not greater than 10. We can also do less than. Is 6 less than 3, to give us true. So that is us checking if the left operand, of which 6 is the left operand and 3 is the right operand. Now it checks if the left operand is less than the right operand, of which 6 is definitely not less than 3. Alright, that's exactly it gave us false. So we can also check greater than or equal to, which checks if the left operand is greater than or equal to the right one. That's, let's say we say is 10 greater than or equal to 5. It said true, because yes, 10 is greater than and equal to 5. So this actually checks if the left operand is greater than or equal to the right one. The same thing applies. We also have less than and equal to. We have equal to. Okay, let's just do that. Let's say 10 is 10 now less than equal to 5. It said true as well. Sorry, I did the same thing. Is 10 is 10 less than equal to 5? It says false, which is actually correct. Then we also have equal to. Now is 10 equal to 5? It says false. Now what does this mean? It checks if these two are equal to, if they are extremely equal, in the sense that is 10 the same thing as 5? No, obviously. That's what it means. Like, is 10 the same thing? If it is exactly equal to 5, of course it is not. But if I say is 10 equal to 10, it's going to give me true, because they are exactly the same thing. So you actually make use of this equal to, this double equal to, when you're trying to guess if the two things are exactly the same. Alright, if we say is Sam equal to Sam, let's see what it will give us. It said true. But if we say is Sam equal to Sam 1, to give us, okay, it's supposed to give us false, although it's giving us undefined. But let me change this to something else. Is Sam equal to Sam, for example? It's going to give us undefined because it is not correct. Alright, so that is actually how to check what that means. Then we also have what we call the street equal, which is as 10 equal to, that's 3 times 10. That's what we call a street equal, which checks if two operands are equal and of the same type. Alright, it checks if they are equal and of the same type. Now by type, what does it mean? It means that are they the same string, or are they the same type of, are they both numbers, are they both the data type of string, are they both booleans? You get, that's what it means. So now me saying 10 10, it says give us true because 10 is a number and the other 10 is a number. This 10 here is a number and the other one is a number. If I say Sam is equal to 10, to give us false because this first Sam is a string, right? But this 10 is a number. That is why it gave us false. They are not the same. So this double, this triple equal to is what we call the strict equal, which checks if the two operands are equal and of the same type. So if they are equal and they are of the same type, it will definitely give you true. Let me say I say 20 is equal to 10. What happens? To give us false, because for it to actually give us true, they have to be the same first of all, and they have to be the same data type. So the reason why I gave us false is because 20 is not same thing as 10, right? Although they are the same, they are the same number data type, of which 20 is a number is a number data type and 10 is a number data type. They are not the same, even though they have the same data types, because 20 is different from 10. But if I now say 10 is equal to 10, it will give us true because 10 and 10 are the same number one and they are also the same data type. Do we understand? So it also applies to different things. Let's say you say true is true equal to true, to give us true because they are the same thing. True is same thing as true and true are both the same boolean data types. All right. So it applies to a whole lot. All right. Then we have the last one, which is strict not equal to. And how is that written? That is written as this: exclamation mark equal to, or let me just say, let's start with the first one. The what we call the not equal to. This thing I just wrote here, guys, is what we call the not equal to, which checks if two operands are not equal. So it does not check for type, guys. It does not check for types. It only checks if they are equal or not. Now let's particularize that. Now if I say 20 is not equal to 10, it will give me true. Why? Because really 20 and 10 are not the same thing. But if I say 10 is not equal to 10, to give me false, because really, what am I doing? So 10 is not equal to 10, to give me false, because 10 and 10 are the same and you just wrote not equal to. So this thing you are seeing here, this exclamation mark and equal to, is what we call not equal to. Exclamation mark is almost like saying not, and then this is the equal, so not equal to. So when I said 10 is not equal to 10, it will give me false because 10 and 10 are actually equal to same thing. All right. Then we also have the strict not equal, which is the same thing but a double of equal. That is exclamation mark equal to and equal to. That is what we call the strict not equal to. That is, this one now checks if they are not equal and if they are not of the same type. All right. So whenever you see this equal to, like this double equal to, it always checks if that particular thing has the same data type. So if I now say 10 is not equal to Sam, for example, it will give me true. Why? Because 10, it checks first of all if these two things are the same data types, of which they are not, because the first one is a number data type and the second one is a string data type. So definitely 10 and Sam, they are two different data types. First of all, that's what already makes it true, and also they're not the same thing. So for both checks, it actually came out as true that they are actually not the same. That is why it gives us that is why it gave us true. So if I'm to check now as well, say Sam is not equal to Sam, to give us false because they are the same. Sam and Sam is the same, and Sam and Sam are both string data types. Hope you understand, guys. Hope we are not getting confused at all. Alright. Hope I'm not getting confused in any way. So that is basically how you actually check if those two things are the same, right? That is how we actually check those if those two things are the same. So going forward, guys, going forward, for a recap, we have for a recap, guys, we have different kinds of data. Of which I said that we have the number data, we have the string, we have booleans, we have objects, we have arrays, we have a whole lot more, right? Which we are going to deal about in the future. So now let's just practice a little bit of what we'll be discussing on our JavaScript. Let's go to our code, guys. So now let's say for example we have let age let age is equal to 18, for example, semicolon. They will not say that if age if age is greater than equal to 18, then print out, that's console log, print out, that's console log this particular thing, you are now an adult. Full stop. So else else console log console.log you are not an adult. So guys, what I'm just trying to do, I know that you might be confused, like what am I basically doing, because it's confusing, because you don't know what this if and this else means, of which I want to discuss that in a class soon. But what I'm trying to do is just to make you see how everything will be doing, how we make use of these mathematical operands, how we make use of them practically in our code. Now, when I was actually learning how to code, I didn't, although I was able to learn those things I just taught you guys about how what's making use of the greater than, the less than, the and what those things means. I didn't know how to actually apply them on my code, or how they are applicable on my code, until I went so far into coding before I could then understand what I can apply them to. So that's why I'm trying to make you guys understand it here. That those things we just learned, guys, which is you making use of the different kinds of data types, making use of those and the rest, all these things you are seeing here, all these common operators. How do you apply them? You actually apply them through this. This is just a simple practical example of how to apply it. Now, this could just see, what does it mean? I said that now let somebody's age be 18. Now, if this age is less than equal to 18, the JavaScript should print out you are now an adult. Else, that means, or if the person is not greater than or equal to 18, it should not print you are not an adult. Remember, guys, that this greater than equal to, you can see right here, checks if the left operand is greater than the right one. Sorry, brother. That this greater than equal to actually checks if the left operand is greater than or equal to the right one, right? Or which we already said that 18, this age is equal to 18. So if the age is greater than equal to 18, it will print out you are now an adult. But if it is not, means that if it is less than 18, it should not print you are not an adult. So if I should enter this code now into my browser, it's going to give me you are not an adult because age is equal to 18. But if I put something less than that, it will give me you are not an adult. Now let's just particularize. Let's copy this code and put it in our console. Let's just go and do that, guys. Now let me just paste this here. Okay, guys. Now let's see. If I should press enter on this thing, it's going to give me you are now. Can you see it, guys? Can you see it, guys? It gave me you are now an adult. But if I should put something less than, because remember that this operand of which is greater than equal to checks if this left operand, this particular thing, this thing you have defined here, it checks if this thing you have defined here, if it is greater than or equal to, right? So if I'm to change this now to something lower than 18, let's say I can move this one and make it 8, it will print out for me you are not an adult, because we already said that if it is greater than or equal to 18, it should give me you are not an adult. But if it is less than, which is the else, to give me you are not an adult. So if I should press enter now to give me you are not an adult, that you can see here, guys. So if I should press, let's do the same thing now and say let me say I make it 28. It will give me you are not an adult because I already like anything greater than 18. If it is equal to, that means if it started from 18 and above, it will definitely print out for me you are now an adult. But if it is anything less than 18, it's going to print out you are not an adult. So now it's being now 28 is greater than 18, right? So if I should press enter to give me you are now an adult. But if I should don't press ordinary 17, which is just a digit lower than 18, to give me you are not an adult, that you can see here. So guys, this is just a very simple example on how to apply all these different common comparison operators into coding. So you see, guys, this, so you may be wondering all this thing I'm saying, this true, false, and greater than, equal to, what does it mean? How do I apply it when I'm coding? This is just how you can apply it when you are coding. So guys, hope you understand what all these things are actually used for. So now this thing we just did, guys, this if else. Now Boolean values, you heard me say something about Boolean, right? A Boolean value. Now Boolean values are crucial for controlling flow in programming through conditional statements, that is if and else. So this thing you see here, guys, is us making use of a Boolean by using if and else statements and looping. Alright, it allows us to make decisions based on condition. So this if else that I just made use of is a condition, saying that if this thing is, if this age is true, print out this. If it is not true, print out this. You get, like if option A is correct, print out you are not an adult. But if it is wrong, print out you are not an adult. So that is just basically us making use of decision in coding. All right. So the example we just gave now is the condition that checks whether the age is greater than or equal to 18. So if it evaluates to be true, it will print out you are an adult. Otherwise, if it evaluates to be false, it will print out you are not an adult. All right. So that is basically how it is done, guys. That is how it is done. So I would love to hear from you guys. If you have any questions from what we covered today, if you have any questions or you are confused anywhere, you can leave your comments in the comment section and I'll do it to reply you. Do have a great day and thank you for joining me today. See you in the next class.